ازيكم شباب. Our lesson today here, first lesson in algebra, complex numbers. Imaginary number. What's the meaning of imaginary number? Imaginary number is I. Okay, and we can put I power 2 equal negative 1. Integer power of I. Okay, I power 1 equal I, and I power 2 equal negative 1, and I power 3 equal negative I power 4 equal 1. We must remember the first 4 here, because I power 4 equal 1. Okay, and I power 8 equal 1. That means any multiple of 4 equal 1. Any multiple of 4 equals what? 1. We must remember that to can simplify I. The complex numbers. What's the meaning of complex numbers? The complex numbers, okay, that number can be written in the form a plus bi, where a and b are two real numbers, and a is called real part and bi is called imaginary part, because it is I here. The set of complex numbers. The set of complex number a plus bi, and a belongs to r, b belongs to r, I and I power 2 equal negative 1. Equality of two complex numbers. When two complex numbers are equals. Two complex numbers are equal if only f1, if the real part equal real part and imaginary part equal imaginary part. For example, if a plus bi and c plus di are complex numbers, and if a equals c and b equal d, then what here? A plus bi equals c plus di, and vice versa here. يعني ايه يا شباب؟ يعني لازم real part equal real part and imaginary part equal imaginary part. Okay. The two conjugate numbers. The two numbers a plus bi and a minus bi are called conjugate numbers. Why called the conjugate numbers? Because we change the sign of imaginary part. To get the conjugate of the complex number, we change the sign of imaginary part, only the imaginary part. Example here. Find the result of each of the following in simplest form. Number 1, 3 plus 2i plus 2 minus 5i. To add here, we add real part with real part and the imaginary part with imaginary part. Here 3 plus 2 equal 5, 2i minus 5i equal negative 3i. Number 3, 2 plus 3i plus 3 minus 4i. We said before, we add what here? Real part with real part and imaginary part with imaginary part. 2 plus 3 equal 5, and 3 minus 4, 3i minus 4i equal minus 1i. Okay. Number 3, put each of the following in the form a plus bi. عايزين نكتبها in the form a plus bi. Number 1, 4 plus I over I. If we have I in the denominator, we must times it with its conjugate. زي كده يعملنا 4 plus I over I times what's the conjugate of I? The denominator here is I. What is the conjugate? Negative I. Then times negative I over negative I equal. Distribute. Negative I times 4 equal negative 4I. Negative I times positive I, negative I power 2. Over I times negative I equal negative I power 2. Okay. Negative I power 2 cancel I power 2 and time put negative 1. That means we switch the sign. Yes, يبقى هتبقى negative 4i plus 1 وتحت هتبقى negative 1i power 2 cancel I power 2 and put negative 1. That means 1. Number 3, the same way, 26 over 3 minus 2i. What we do if we have I in the denominator, times it's a conjugate. Times it's a conjugate here. Then times 3 plus 2i over 3 plus 2i. Equal, then distribute 26 times 3, then 26 times 2i. And in the denominator we have what here? 3 minus 2i times 3 plus 2i. They are conjugate for each other. What we do, take the first one power 2 will be 9 minus the second power 2. يعني 2i all to power 2 تطلع negative 4i power 2. 9 minus 4i power 2 cancel I power 2 and switch the sign of 4, then will be positive 4. 9 plus 4 equal 13 and up 78 plus 52i. Distribute here what? A is 78 over 13 equal 6. 52 over 13 equal 4i. Number 4, 2 minus 3i over 3 plus I equal the same way times its conjugate 3 minus I over 3 minus I, and distribute here two brackets. Remember two brackets the same way. 2 times 3, then 2 times negative I, then negative 3i times 3, negative 3i times negative I. Down they are conjugate for each other, then take the first power 2 minus the second power 2. After calculating up, we get 3 minus 11i over 10. Distribute 3 over 10 alone minus 11 over 10i. Number 4. Solve each of the following equations in the set of complex numbers. عرفنا set of complex numbers, all numbers. Okay, real numbers and complex numbers. It's called complex numbers, a set of complex for all numbers. For x power 2 minus x plus 1 equals 0. How to solve it? Yes, by using general formula. Negative b positive or negative root b power 2 minus 4ac over 2a. And replacement, b is negative 1, a is 4, c is 1. After that, we get it calculated by calculator and we get the answer. Number 9. Find the value of x and y that satisfy each of the following. Number 1. x plus yi equal 4 minus 3i. يبقى x equal كام وال y equal كام here. x ده real part equal real part اللي هو 4. yi دي كده ال y imaginary part يبقى equal ال imaginary part here will be negative 3. The same for the second one. X equal 2 and y equal negative 3. Simplify. If we have I with any power, what we do to simplify it? First step, take this root, so take this power 66 and divide it 4. Divided 4, we get 16 point. Take the whole part, the whole number 16, the whole part, and times 4, we get 64. Then we write I power 66 as what? I power 64 times what's the remainder to get 66 from 64? 2, then times I power 2. I power 64, this means multiple of 4. 64 ده كده multiple of 4. Cancel and put 1 is not important. خلاص cancel here. What's the remainder? I power 2. I power 2 equal negative 1. Number 2, if we have negative power, we must convert it as a positive power. How to convert it? We put it down like that. 1 over I power 45. The same way, take 45 divided 4 and take the whole times 4, we get 44. يبقى for I power 45 equal I power 44 times what's the remainder? I. Yes, I power 44 cancel. Then remainder 1 over I. In fact, if I in the denominator doesn't work, times its a conjugate, negative I over negative I will be negative I. This was the first lesson in algebra. Second lesson here, yes, determine the types of the roots of the quadratic equation by something called discriminant. Discriminant equal what? b power 2 minus 4ac. This is called discriminant. Okay. By using a discriminant, we can determine the types of roots without solving the equation. The first case here about discriminant, if is positive, b power 2 minus 4ac bigger than 0. Yes, give me the positive number. That means two roots, they are what? Different and real roots. Different and real roots. If the discriminant equal to 0, yes, that means two roots are real and equal. Two equal real roots. If b power 2 minus 4ac smaller than 0, that means negative. That means what here? Two roots, they are what here? Two complex and non-real roots. مش real roots, complex. Okay. Number 1. Determine the type of the two roots. We have here equation, quadratic equation, x power 2 minus 3x plus 4 equal to 0. Determine, yes, using discriminant. Yes, b power 2 minus 4ac. Replacement. b is negative 3, all power 2 will be 9, minus 4 times a 1 times c 4 equals 7. 7 is positive, yeah, greater than 0. That means two roots are real and different. Number 4. 6x power 2 minus 19x plus 35 equals 0. Yes, using the discriminant b power 2 minus 4ac. Yes, by replacement here, we get the final answer negative 479. Smaller than 0, that means two roots are complex and not real. Number 2, in your booklet here. Prove that The two roots of the equation 2x power 2 minus 3x plus 2 equals 0 are complex and not real. We wanted to prove it. Then use the general formula to find those two roots. يبقى number 1 أنا عايز أعمل proof إن the two roots are complex. Yes, when they are complex, if the discriminant smaller than 0, negative number. Yes, by using discriminant we get negative 7. Then two roots are complex. To solve this equation, that means using general formula. And replacement, yes, for b, negative 3, yes, and so on. By replacement for a, b, and c, we get here 3 positive or negative root 7 I over 4. Yes, divided each part alone. 3 over 4 positive or negative 7 I. Root 7 I. Number 3, yes, in your booklet here in the same page. If the two roots of the following quadratic equation are equal, then find the value of k. We want here value of what here? K. First, then get the value of this expression. هو عايز value بتاعت this expression. طيب, we have here x power 2 minus 2kx plus 7k minus 6x plus 9 equal to 0. And he said what? The two roots are equal. When the two roots are equal, if the discriminant yes equal to 0. Solution here. أنا بعمل هنا إيه؟ باخد الx. إزاي؟ أنا عندي هنا x beside x is what? Negative 6, and beside x negative 2k. Yes, we take it in the bracket and take negative outside as a common factor. Plus 7k plus 9 inside bracket here equal to 0. كده بقى عندي إيه؟ Yes, a, b, and c. Yes, a is 1, coefficient of x power 2. b, negative bracket 2k plus 6. Plus c, 7k plus 9. Using discriminant, because he said what? Two roots are equals. Yes, 2k plus 6 all to the power of 2 minus 4 times 1 times 7k plus 9 equal to 0. We have bracket power 2, first power 2, second power 2, first times second times 2. We get 4k power 2 plus 24k plus 36. Then distribute negative 4 times 7, negative 28k, negative 4 times 9, negative 36 equals 0. Yes, by solving here we get 4k power 2 minus 4k equal to 0. Then k here we have two values for k equals 0 or k equal 1. يبقى عندي هنا two values. طب هو عايز value expression. Then first we put yes k equals 0. Replacement in general formula we get here k plus 3. If we have k equal to 0, then the two roots are equal and each of them equal 3. And if we put k equal 1, then the two roots are equal and each of them equal 4. يبقى أنا عملت general formula طلعت الانسر k plus 3. We have two values for k equal 0 k equal 1. If we put k equal 0, that means the two roots are equal and each of them equal 3 because they are equal. If we put k equal 1, then the two roots equals 4. Number 7. Find the interval to which of the belongs here that makes the two roots of the equation real numbers. Real number here. We have here a plus 2, x power 2, yes, a plus 2, a plus 3, x plus a minus 1 equal to 0. Yes, we get what here using, yes, discriminant, of course. After using the discriminant, we get here 2a plus 3 all to the power of 2 minus 4 times bracket a plus 2 and another bracket a minus 1. Yes, and we get here we have power 2, then 4a power 2 plus 12a plus 9 minus 4 bracket a power 2 plus a minus 2. Then distribute. يبقى first a 4a power 2 plus 12a plus 9 minus 4a power 2 minus 4a plus 8. Yes, negative 4 with positive 4 cancel and so on, cancel like terms. We get here 8a plus 17. And he said what here? Yes, we want the two roots. Yes, make the equation what? Real equation. Two roots will be real numbers. Real numbers means what here? Bigger than 0 or equal to 0. Yes, لو هما real different or real equal يبقى يا real هنا real كده. طيب what we do here? Bigger than or equal 0. يبقى we write 8a plus 17. Bigger than, maybe they are different, and equal to 0, maybe they are equal. by moving here to the other side will be a belongs to the interval negative 17 over 8 and positive infinity. Number 10. If the two roots of the equation of the following quadratic equations are equal, if two roots are equal, that means the discriminant equal to 0. Find the value of k. Number 1, 3x power 2 minus 6x plus k equal to 0. Using discriminant, and after replacement here we get 6 power 2 minus 4 times 3 times k equal to 0. 6 power 2 equal 36 minus 4 times 3 equal minus 12k equal 0. Then move 36 to the other side with the opposite sign will be negative 36. Then k equal negative 36 divided negative 12, we get k equal 3. Number 2, 18x power 2 minus kx plus 8 equal to 0. Using discriminant, yes, p power 2 minus 4ac equal to 0 because they are equals. After replacement, we get k power 2 minus 4 times 18 times 8 equal to 0. Then k power 2 equal what here? 576, but it was negative, and we move it to the other side will be k power 2 equal 576 is positive. We want k, then we take root, square root for 576 equal positive or negative 24. واضح يا شباب؟ Unit 2, trig here. The first lesson in trig is called directed angle. Okay, directed angle if OA and OB are two sides of the angle whose vertex is O. The vertex عندي هنا O. Then OA and OB represent the directed angle here. And the angle AOB whose initial side and terminal side. We have initial side and it's called terminal side is OA and terminal side is OB. Number 2, if the order pair OB and OA represents the directed angle BOA whose initial side is OB and terminal side is OA. Okay, we have here note here. In an order pair of two rays called the sides of the angle with common starting point called the vertex. Okay, the standard position of directed angle. What's the meaning of standard position here? A directed angle is in standard position if the following two conditions satisfied. لازم يكون عندي two conditions دول. Number 1, if the vertex O is the origin point. Okay, if we have here coordinate plane like that, the origin point must be the vertex of the angle. And the initial side lie on the positive direction of x-axis. Initial side لازم يكون lie on x-axis. Positive direction of x-axis. That means what here? Standard position for directed angle. لازم يكون عندي two conditions دول. Yes, ال origin point هي ال vertex بتاعتي and initial side lie on the positive direction of x-axis. Here, determine the smallest positive measure of each of the following angles whose measuring are follow. وديني هنا number 1 negative 56. We have here negative angle. If we have negative angle, we add 360 to get positive angle. ما ينفعش يبقى عندي negative angle. فأعمل إيه from negative عشان تبقى positive؟ هعمل plus 360. Then there will be the smallest positive number for the smallest positive angle for this one will be 304. يبقى لازم نركز يا شباب. If we have negative angle, we move it to what? To the positive by using plus 360. Number 6, negative 870 degrees. طب هعمل ايه plus 360 still negative, then plus again 360. that we get here 150. يبقى انا لما اعملها كده يا شباب negative 870 plus 2 times 360, that means we repeated addition, add what here 362 times. يبقى انا عملت كده add ل 362 times. First time negative 870 plus 360 will give me negative number. هيديني برضو negative number. أنا عايز positive. Then we add again 360 till we get the positive number, then equal 150. The same way for number 7, 1120 degrees and 15 minutes minus 360 will be negative. Again minus 360 will be negative, then minus 360. Okay, we get here positive. That means we repeated 363 times. Then we write 1120 degrees 15 minutes minus 3 times 360. We get 40 degrees and 15 minutes. Okay شباب. Last part here, find the two angles. One of with them is positive and another negative. بيديني angle. Yes, وعايز negative and positive. First here, number 3, negative 180. If we wanted positive, add 360. Add 300 what and 60. We get 180 degrees. If we needed negative, if we wanted negative, then minus 360. Minus what here? 360. Okay, clear شباب? That's about directed angle.